Look, so I got a lot going on today. I mean, like most people, I have a lot going on every day. And so I'm gonna show you a way that I pack my food to be prepared for all day. So I'm just gonna tell you a little bit how I meal prep to hit all of my food goals for the day, get all my macros in. I'm gonna even show you the container that I use. So I start meal prepping on Sundays in the evening, and a lot of people have been asking me about this, so I thought I'd do a video. I'm all about being very efficient, and so I'm going to tell you how I've become very efficient at meal prepping on the entire week, and I can probably do it now in 2 hours, and that's not 2 hours of solid working on food. That's like 2 hours of just kind of watching this stuff, and I can go do other things. But first thing I do for my protein is I get salmon. I just get a big, like 2 or 3 pound slab of salmon. I go to Kroger and I look for the biggest one and I say, give me that biggest one. Then I put it in the oven and I cook it for 25 minutes on 350 degrees. And then what I do is, after I pull it out, I get a bunch of these containers. You can probably spend like $10 and get 15 or 20 of these. And I break it into 8 ounces for each of these containers. I know that doesn't look real good, but it is pretty good. But salmon you can eat cold, so that's why I like salmon. I'll also do sirloin, ground sirloin and bell peppers, and just cook it in the skillet. But I'll break it up. I'll put 8 ounces of meat in each one of these. So, you know, depending on how much you want to eat, 8 ounces is kind of a lot, but so you may want to do 6 ounces. But I do measure it just so I kind of know how much I'm eating during the day. And so I'll pack that for my protein. And then I'll get a whole bunch of sweet potatoes. After I do the fish on Sundays, I'll get a whole bunch of sweet potatoes, put it on a pan, and I always put aluminum foil on the bottom of the pan because that makes it really, really easy. Because when you're finished with the sweet potatoes, you just ball that up. You don't even have to wash the pan. Don't tell my wife that, but I don't even wash it. I just like throw it away and put it back up. I just throw the aluminum foil away and put it back up in the cabinet. So then I have a bunch of sweet potatoes and I put them in individual containers. This one I actually cut open and melted some butter. Sometimes I'll do that, sometimes I don't. But really, that's like a whole lot of carbs and protein for the day. And then I'll usually get a piece of fruit, and then I'll have my shaker with some protein in it for either when I work out, or if I'm kind of in a bind and don't have time to eat real quick, I can just pull that out. Then I always make sure I put a fork in here. And a fork. And then this ice chest I'm using is called, I think it's called, yeah, Six Pack Fitness. I mean, you don't have to have this big thing, but it's very, very convenient. Also over here on this side, I put my water in here. I like carrying a water jug around, a big one, because when you fill this up and carry it with you, you tend to drink more. I mean, I have the best of intentions when I don't have this to drink, and I'm like, okay, every hour I'm gonna go get a big bottle of water, a big cup of water, and I never do it. But if I have something with me, like, I tend to drink a lot more water. Let's see, what else I need to say? What else do I food prep? Oh, so also another thing I do on Sundays is I'll boil probably like 15 to 20 eggs. And then that way in the morning, because I cook breakfast at home, so I eat breakfast at home. But if I wanted to eat breakfast on the go, I could take those eggs, put them in containers, put in this ice chest. But even when I do eat at home and I'm in a rush, or if I don't feel like spending, 30 or 45 minutes cooking breakfast, sitting down, I'll just get some of those boiled eggs and eat them right then. I'll even grab like one of my sweet potatoes and eat with me for breakfast. So that's how I meal prep for breakfast. And then in the evenings, I'll usually just cook something, or my wife cooks something for us, or we go out to eat. But again, if I decide that I just want to sit home and I don't feel like cooking, I have all of those meals already prepared that I can grab something in the evening too. So pretty much all of my meals are prepared on Sunday at the beginning of the week. Sometimes I'll run out of protein at about Wednesday or Thursday, so I may have to recook another thing of salmon or more sirloin.